Have you ever wondered why some days you feel like you're on top of the world, but others leave you exhausted, sluggish, and reaching for that extra cup of coffee? What if I told you the secret to unlocking consistent energy, mental clarity, and even youthful skin isn't in another trendy diet or expensive skincare product, but in understanding one tiny molecule? That molecule is glucose. Glucose fuels our bodies, but it's also a silent culprit behind premature aging, mood swings, and that stubborn afternoon crash. The food choices we make every day could either keep us thriving or set us on a roller coaster of spikes and crashes that harm our organs, brain, and even our appearance. In this video, we're breaking down the science of sugar in a way you've never heard before. From what glucose really is, to the hidden ways it's sabotaging your health, to practical tips for regaining control, this is the ultimate guide to mastering your blood sugar and aging gracefully from the inside out. Why understanding glucose is crucial. Imagine this: you wake up one morning and decide it's time to fuel your body for the day. You pour yourself a glass of orange juice, grab a slice of toast with some jam, and maybe even treat yourself to a sweetened coffee. It feels like a healthy start, right? But what if I told you that this seemingly innocent breakfast just triggered a biochemical roller coaster in your body that could leave you exhausted, irritable, and even aging faster? Let's pull back the curtain on glucose, the simplest sugar that powers every cell in your body. It's often misunderstood, yet it's the cornerstone of your energy, focus, and overall health. Glucose is what your body converts from the carbohydrates you eat. It's like gasoline for a car, it keeps you running. But just like a car engine doesn't work well when it's flooded with fuel, your body doesn't thrive when glucose is constantly spiking. When you eat something high in sugar or refined carbs, glucose floods your bloodstream. This triggers your pancreas to release insulin, a hormone that acts like a key, unlocking your cells so they can absorb glucose and use it for energy. Sounds great in theory, right? But here's the catch. When you eat too much sugar too quickly, your body releases an overwhelming amount of insulin to cope. This can send your blood sugar plummeting, leaving you tired, hungry, and reaching for another sugary snack, a vicious cycle known as the glucose roller coaster. And here's where the sweet deception becomes dangerous. Those constant spikes and crashes take a toll on your body. Your cells struggle to keep up, your skin loses its youthful elasticity, and your organs work overtime to stabilize your system. Over time, this wear and tear can lead to inflammation, insulin resistance, and even chronic diseases like diabetes or heart conditions. But let's make this personal. Have you ever felt that sudden post-lunch energy crash? Or noticed your mood shifting wildly after indulging in a sugary treat? That's glucose wreaking havoc. It's not just about weight or calories, it's about how these spikes quietly undermine your vitality, day after day. The good news is that understanding glucose doesn't mean cutting out everything sweet or pleasurable in life. It's about becoming more aware of how food affects your body and making smarter choices. This knowledge is your superpower, a tool to not only slow down aging but to reclaim steady energy, clear skin, and a sharper mind. So, next time you pick up that unhealthy snack or sip on that sugary drink, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this fueling me or fooling me? Do we really need sugar? Separating myths from reality. Let me ask you something. How often have you heard someone say, you need sugar for energy? Maybe it's your friend justifying dessert, or that little voice in your head making the case for a sugary snack during a long workday. But what if I told you that this statement, something we've been conditioned to believe, is one of the biggest myths about nutrition? Here's the truth: your body doesn't need sugar the way you think it does. Yes, your cells, especially your brain, rely on glucose for energy. But, and here's the kicker, they don't require you to eat sugar to get it. Your body is incredibly resourceful. It can break down complex carbohydrates, like those found in whole grains, vegetables, and even beans, into glucose. It's like a slow-release energy system, giving your body exactly what it needs without the chaos of a sugar rush. But then there's the sugar we've grown accustomed to, that spoonful in your coffee, the syrup in your breakfast smoothie, the sweet treat that feels like a reward at the end of a long day. That's not fuel, it's indulgence. modern sugar consumption has skyrocketed beyond what our bodies are designed to handle. 100 years ago, sugar was a rare luxury. Today, it's in nearly everything, from ketchup to salad dressing. We're swimming in it, and most of us don't even realize it. Now, let's break this down. Imagine your body is like a high-performance car. The premium fuel it craves comes from whole, unprocessed foods that release glucose slowly and steadily. Sugar, on the other hand, is like putting cheap, volatile fuel into that car. Sure, it might run for a while, but it will sputter, wear out faster, and leave you stranded when you need it most. And the kicker? The more sugar you consume, the more your body craves it. It's like a toxic relationship, one that feels good in the moment but leaves you drained, unhealthy, and longing for more. So, do you really need sugar? The honest answer is no, not the processed, refined kind that dominates our diets today. What you truly need is balance, real, whole foods that nourish your body and support its natural rhythms. Because when you give your body what it really needs, you'll realize something amazing: you're stronger, sharper, and more resilient than you ever thought possible. Glucose spikes, the hidden saboteurs of your health and youth. Picture this: you've just indulged in a slice of cake at a birthday party. For a brief moment, you feel amazing, like a burst of happiness has lit up your brain. But then, an hour later, you're groggy, irritable, and desperately craving something else sweet. Sound familiar? What you've just experienced is the silent havoc of a glucose spike. Let's unravel this hidden saboteur. Every time you eat something high in sugar or refined carbs, think bread, pastries, pasta, sodas, it causes a sharp rise in your blood sugar levels. Your body, desperate to bring things back to normal, floods your system with insulin, a hormone that helps shuttle the excess glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells. But here's the problem: this sudden flood of insulin often overshoots the mark, causing your blood sugar to crash down just as fast as it went up. And while you're busy fighting off the crash with another sugary snack, your body is waging an invisible war. These repeated spikes and crashes aren't just exhausting, they're aging you from the inside out. Take this example. Have you ever roasted a chicken in the oven and watched as it turned from pink to golden brown? That browning process is called glycation. It's a chemical reaction that happens when sugars bind to proteins, forming stiff, discolored compounds. Now here's the wild part: your body is doing the same thing, slowly cooking from the moment you're born. Think about a baby's cartilage, soft and white, full of elasticity. Now picture the cartilage of someone who's 100 years old, brittle and brown. That transformation is glycation at work, and glucose spikes speed up the process. It's as if every sugar high accelerates the browning of your body. Wrinkles on your skin? That's glycation breaking down your collagen. Stiff joints and weaker organs? Glycation again, hardening and damaging tissues. Here's the kicker: aging and glycation are inseparable. However, we can control how fast we age. And guess what fuels glycation more than anything else? Glucose spikes. The more spikes you have, the faster you cook, both on the outside and within. It's not just your skin that shows the effects. Every spike adds wear and tear to your organs, your heart, your liver, even your brain. Over time, this accelerates inflammation and chronic diseases, making glycation not just a cosmetic issue but a serious health concern. So the next time you're tempted by that sugary indulgence, think of it as adding heat to the oven, turning up the temperature on your own aging process. Because while we can't stop time, we can decide how quickly we brown. And when you take steps to stabilize your glucose, you're not just protecting your energy and mood, you're slowing down the clock on your body's natural wear and tear. Isn't that a recipe worth trying? From sleep to mood, the shocking way sugar runs your life. Let me ask you, how did you sleep last night? Did you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day? Or did you hit the snooze button, still groggy and craving an extra jolt of caffeine? What if I told you that your blood sugar might be secretly running the show, not just during the day, but even while you sleep? Here's the deal: sugar doesn't clock out when you go to bed. In fact, it can wreak havoc on the quality of your sleep without you even realizing it. When you eat a sugary snack or carb-heavy meal before bed, your blood sugar spikes and then crashes while you sleep. That crash can trigger a stress response in your body, causing cortisol, your fight-or-flight hormone, to kick in. The result? Restless sleep, frequent wake-ups, and that feeling of exhaustion no matter how many hours you spend in bed. But here's where it gets even more surprising. When you don't sleep well, your body actually becomes less efficient at managing glucose. It's a double-edged sword. If you eat something sugary after a good night's sleep, your body can handle it better, producing a more moderate glucose spike. But eat that same piece of cake on a day when you're sleep-deprived, and it's a different story. Your tired body will experience a much larger glucose spike, a harder crash, and an even more intense craving for sweets. This vicious cycle traps you. Poor sleep makes you crave sugar, and that sugar sends you on a blood sugar roller coaster, which then worsens your sleep the next night. Blood sugar fluctuations can throw off neurotransmitters like serotonin, making you feel irritable, anxious, or even depressed. Stabilize your glucose, and you'll often find yourself feeling calmer, more focused, and emotionally resilient. The beauty of balancing your blood sugar is that it creates a cascading effect of improvements. You might start by trying to reduce your cravings or improve your sleep, but suddenly, you notice other benefits: glowing skin, a more stable mood, and the kind of deep, restorative sleep that makes you wake up ready to conquer the day. So, the next time you find yourself staring at a sugary treat late at night, or struggling to resist the cravings that come with a rough morning, remember what's at stake: not just your sleep, but the incredible transformation waiting for you when you break the cycle. Because when you take control of your glucose, you take control of your life. In the journey to understand the profound impact of sugar on our lives, we've uncovered how glucose spikes disrupt our sleep, age our skin, and throw our moods into chaos, all while trapping us in a vicious cycle of cravings and exhaustion. But the good news is, by stabilizing our blood sugar, we can unlock better sleep, clearer skin, and a more balanced, joyful life. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to share this video with someone who might need it too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more life-changing insights. Together, we can build healthier, happier futures.